Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is
Monster Comic Reviews.
That's right. And this is for the final week of... Actually, no. Third week of July. Fourth week of July, because there's 5 weeks in the month of July. Or at least 5 Wednesdays. So this would be 4th Wednesday. So, let's jump right into the books. What are we talking about?
First up we have All-Star Western featuring Jonah Hex, issue 22.
I've been down on this book the last, couple reviews we've done of it. I haven't really enjoyed it that much. I actually really liked this one, and I've decided the reason I liked it is because 99% of it was Jonah Hex being Jonah Hex. And, him pulling guns, shooting people, and stuff. It's funny how they're going to prove that Jonah Hex might actually be the real Jonah Hex. One of the ways is he owns part of the Wayne Casino, and if the Wayne Casino got sold, he needs to collect his money, and because he's still alive, he should still get to collect that money. So that's how we're gonna get Batman involved in the whole silliness, I guess.
Yeah.
But Batman hasn't shown up yet. Just
Nope.
Bruce. Just they talked to Bruce.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Interesting. Another thing about this is I forgot to talk about this the last time we had the last time.
The Mutants.
The Mutants. This is another set of characters from Dark Knight Returns.
Yep.
They're here in the current time, which of course they never existed in current time until the New 52. They were always that far future thing, right? They still talk like the silly.
They still talk like the mutants. I
Yeah.
can talk.
And of course Hex shoots a whole bunch more in the head.
Yep, that's okay. That's okay with me.
Yeah. So what'd you think of the book?
I liked it. Like you said, I like the rough and tumble, just Jonah Hex shooting stuff. That's fun. That's what I liked about the book series when we first started was, Jonah Hex taking on giant bats with the tomahawk.
Right.
So watching Jonah Hex take guns from downed policemen and use them to shoot mutants, who I love anyway.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. It was a pretty good comic.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm looking to see where once we get out the other side of this arc of him being in current time. I can't imagine he's gonna stay in current times.
Yeah, that'd be weird. I mean, it wouldn't be really westerny anymore, would it? I mean, not really.
Yeah.
No.
He could go on to the desert with Oh, he's not in the desert anymore. I was gonna say he'd go on to the desert with Oliver Queen.
Yeah.
Green Arrow, but I guess he's not in the desert anymore either.
No.
Yeah. So what we rate this book?
I'd give it a solid 3.
Yep, 3. It was enjoyable. Okay, next up we're gonna talk about Batman Superman issue number 2.
Well, I like that the Batman figured it out pretty quick. I mean, yeah, they threw some punches, but they're like, oh wait a minute. I love the fact that Catwoman's like, hey, no, what?
She had it all figured out.
Yeah,
handled.
Yep. And I love the fact that she beats up Batman. She's like, oh, you haven't used that move in a while. I also love backwards dragon punch. Nobody knows that move.
Right.
Now that was fun. Watching old Superman go, to young Superman, that was great because young Superman's total punk in this.
Well, yeah, he's a hothead.
Yeah.
He's still the young hothead. Right. My favorite parts are once everything gets settled down and they're in Metropolis, the 2 Supermen are, and of course they meet Lois Lane, and of course young Superman's kind of shocked because he's just friends with Lois Lane, certainly not a love interest, right? And then awesomely Wonder Woman shows up, and young Superman's like, whoa, here's hot, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Of course, he has no experience with Wonder Woman because that's before Wonder Woman exists as far as he's concerned. And he's like, whoa. And of course, Lois is looking at old Superman going, And he's like, wait a second, Lois, I only got eyes for you. Yeah, sure. That's hilarious.
That
it's
was
like,
great,
yeah, you're busted.
Yep.
This is the same person you were, so busted kind of a thing. But cool that Wonder Woman's in there. Of course, exciting kind of end there.
Oh my gosh, I was like, she
jumps off her Pegasus.
She does off her Pegasus and stabs Lois. I'm like, what is going on here?
Right.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, probably should.
So is it less confused? This issue less confusing to you?
Yeah, it was way less confusing.
Okay. We had some debate on whether or not it was actually Earth 2 or it was some other Earth.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it seems very Earth 2-ish.
Yes, it does.
Very cool. I love the art.
Yeah.
It's so stylized and whatnot that I'm okay with that, and lots of fun. I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yep.
What would we rate this book?
I think I'd give it another solid 3. Maybe a week 4.
I give it a week 4. I really enjoyed it. I'll give it a week 4. So what are we talking about next?
Next up we have The Bounce, issue 3.
I think the book's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting. You got this kid. We're learning more about exactly what he went through that gave him his powers and whatnot. where it started. I thought that was hilarious. The kind of flashback to when he first gets his powers. He's locked out of his apartment complex. He's been gone for a couple months.
Yeah.
He's like, damn it. He starts to climb the fire escape. He slips off the fire escape and then starts pinging off of everything because, of course, he's a rubber ball.
Pings in front of the car. Like, oh, dude, you came out of nowhere. He's like, I'm fine.
Yeah, okay. He's like, he came out of nowhere as he
like,
bounces into the car. Yeah, that's hilarious to find that out. It's like, so that part's interesting. Of course, it's getting really complicated because his older brother is the DA. He's been charged to get rid of all the
heroes,
all the superheroes, to deal with them all the costume peoples, heroes and villains. He goes and visits the Fog to find out what's going on. It seems like the Fog's power makes you see whatever you're hung up about or caught into. So we're not even sure if that whole thing he saw with his friend who's dead
is even real.
If that was even real, or that was his subconscious trying to justify the whole thing or make it all make sense.
Yeah,
we're not sure on that. Of course, the big thing here is, of course, the cover. His roommate is
drag queen.
Is a crossdresser.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you know Gilligan's Island? Have you ever watched Gilligan's Island?
Nope, never, ever.
He's playing Ginger, who is the movie star. They all go on. All these people go on this cruise. There's 7 people on this cruise. It gets shipwrecked on an island. They spend X number of years on the island. Well, it's a millionaire, movie star, whatever. It doesn't really matter. At any rate, you'd think it was really stupid. I thought it was hilarious as a kid. But Ginger was the beautiful movie star. She had the mole and the beautiful hair and the slinky dresses and whatnot. So kind of funny watching the two of them talk out the fact that, okay, his secret world, he's a transvestite. His secret world is that he's
a superhero,
S&M looking type superhero. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's an interesting comic. It's not rocking my socks, but it's different because the hero he wants to go out and do good. He's compelled to go out and do good for some sort of reason. But obviously he doesn't have a real big issue with drug laws because he's a doper.
I have no investment in him whatsoever.
You don't care for the character at all?
Yep. No. I mean, I don't dislike him.
Right.
I kind of like him, but I don't care at all. If that makes sense. I enjoy him, but I don't have any investment, probably because all he is a pothead. I mean, it feels like there's nothing else to him besides
His answer to everything is, let's smoke some dope, right? I mean, pretty much any crisis comes along, let's smoke some dope. I feel like I'm going out and beating some guys up. We see a little bit of him beat a guy up, and then he's back to smoking dope.
Yeah, exactly. That feels like that's all this comic is.
Yeah. So I can understand. You don't have an investment in the character. I guess for me, I don't know that I have an investment in the character. I am curious more about the whole how he got his power and how many more other people they set up with power, because obviously they got some governmental secret thing going on where most people die, some don't. Let's see what happens. So I'm on board for probably 2 or 3 more issues at least, just to see what all is there and whatnot, because it's a little different than everything else.
Yeah.
So I give the book a 3.
I give it a 3 too.
Okay, next up we're going to talk about Captain America issue 9.
Yeah, because last issue ended with him gunning down Ian.
Yeah, with the girlfriend.
And so it's been 10 years inside of Zola Land, right? That wasn't just Steve going, Right,
because she implies, I've been virused by Zola too. He's just messing with your head. She was only gone like 30 seconds. He literally jumped on the train. He went on the train, and she got right behind him on the subway, supposedly. She's only been there for a few minutes, and she's been there for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
From Steve's perspective. So the question is, was he really there for 10 years? Is it a different time thing? What makes me think that it really was a difference in time, that there really was a difference in time? I would think that maybe they could imply the whole thing was a crazy dream from Steve, except for how do you explain Jet? Jet's not part of the crazy dream. Jet's really there. I mean, the girlfriend talks to Jet. So
yeah, you're right.
So that to me means that it's one of those dimension things where he got there first, and in that amount of time,
yeah,
he was in Dimension Z for 10 years.
That's what I thought.
Right.
I thought that he was really there. Yeah.
Still though, holy crap.
Trying to think about the Oh yeah. That's pretty interesting with Zola there at the end of the Jet, where he's like, I'll save you, and he's like, you're like a last good act from Zola. And he's like, now go infect the rest of the world with me. And you're like, never mind, Zola, go back to being dead. Right,
and pretty desperate of Steve. I mean, he's at give up point. I mean, really, Ian's dead. Screw it, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And he gets talked into standing up once again, which is the Captain America thing. And now back after some technical difficulty there. Yeah, don't you love that? We said all kinds of important, deep, thoughtful things at that moment.
Yep, that will never be said again.
Yep, you'll just never know how
Kiss
deep
my
we were.
Nobel Peace Prize. Goodbye.
Yep. What would we rate Captain America?
I give it a solid 4, I think.
I'm going to give it a solid 4 too, even though the art further frustrated me in this one. I'm not a Jim Romano Jr. fan, and there were like 3 inkers on it, and I think that gave it even more inconsistency. And this could have been a cool cover, and actually it was kind of a sad-looking cover as far as Steve's got this really big nose and stuff that doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway,
okay.
So
Joel, next up we have the Green Team, Teen Billionaires, issue 3.
I liked last issue.
Yeah.
Last issue seemed like it had. This issue, I found really annoying because it just felt like it was let's just show off all the different ways we could show excess. He buys the top of the hotel so he can peel it off with helicopter crews and whatnot. And it's just a lot of throwing a lot of money around.
Yeah.
And almost zero plot here. I mean, you've got Terminator in it, which just to me seemed, Deathstroke, which just seemed ridiculous that he was there. And on top of it, he was doing a mission that didn't even have to do with him killing somebody. Why would you hire him?
I know. Why would you hire an assassin, a super assassin, the best assassin? Okay, period.
Yes.
The best assassin. Period.
Well,
why would you hire him to do something that's not an assassination?
The government considers him the highest level assassin. I mean, we saw it in Justice League of America. They list him as number 1. They list Katana like number 2 or something like that. When they were first recruiting Katana. So yeah. I mean, other than he's obviously the most expensive person.
Yeah.
You hire assassin just to catch somebody. It just So I don't know. I like the art in this. I'm having the problem you're having with Bounce. I'm not invested in any of these people.
I'm not invested in any of these people either.
I just don't.
Deathstroke's characterization annoys me.
Right.
And
there are a few funny lines in it.
Yeah, but that's all.
Right.
I mean, to some degree, it's fun that they're rich, I guess, but I mean, it just makes me feel poor, which is dumb, because it's not like I am. So I'm like, I watch this thing, they tear off like the top half of the building like it's nothing like a...
So it's Richie Rich, which I don't know if you're familiar with Rich. It's Richie Rich, the character Richie Rich, as a superhero, which I think they actually did in some Richie Rich comics way back in the day. But it's like that, except for it's Richie Rich and a bunch of his rich friends throwing a lot of money around at all their problems, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's kind of dumb. Even them throwing in the interpersonal turmoil. The fact is that I can't remember her name. That's how important these people are.
Yeah, no, the blonde lady.
She's dating Commodore 64 because she needs the image. She needs the image thing, but she's actually in love and dating.
That just feels like some sort of
his best friend.
That actually seems to me like some sort of bad Disney Channel weird dumb plot thing.
So it's Beverly Hills 910 with a lot of money.
Yes.
Something like that. So yeah, probably I'll get a few more issues because it's on my solicitations for a few more issues, and I'm probably dropping it. Yeah. Not because it's horrible.
No. It just doesn't things that we want to read.
Right. Yeah.
I give it a 3. Just
a
plain 3.
I give it a light 3. It was okay. Next up, we're going to talk about Hawkeye Annual number 1.
Okay, I love Kate.
Yeah, Kate Bishop rocks.
First, I love Kate's interpersonal little comics things with cartoony Kate doing different things. Let's hear. She has pizza talk with her. That's great. We actually get to see that argument that you were talking about, how you were annoyed that you didn't get to see.
In the regular comic,
so we got to see that. I don't know why, if you're picking up Hawkeye, why you wouldn't pick up the Hawkeye Annual, unless you're just...
Some people are against annuals. They think that they don't have it. Lots of times, the annual has nothing to do with the actual comic in lots of cases.
Well, out of all the times to change your ways, now would be one of them.
Yeah, if you're an anti-annual person and you collect Hawkeye, you really should be picking up the book.
Yes, you should. No, it's awesome. I love the fact that she stops by the store real quick and buys a compound hunting bone.
Towards the end?
Yeah.
Yeah. The sporting goods store, where it looks like she's trying to get a job.
Yeah.
Along with house sitting.
Yes.
And this whole dramatic,
she has this whole...
the greater good of the world speech she gives just to babysit to Hippie's house and to hopefully get a job at a sporting goods store.
Yeah.
And get the bows and arrows for free, or for the $48. $48 that she has in her pocket or whatever.
Exactly. So,
what'd you think of the art in this book?
I didn't have a problem with it.
Really?
Nope. I didn't mind it. I didn't even mind the way that Madame Mask looked.
Well, you know what? This is actually the same person who did the art in the Madame Max the last time we saw Madame Mask and that whole 2-issue tape thing. She's the one. This person's the person who did the art in that. It's the same person, so it should look basically the same. I thought the art was almost too cartoony for me to really truly enjoy. You know, there's some cartoonists I really enjoy their art style. This was a little too much. I was very frustrated. To me there was way too much silhouette. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where once or twice would have been okay, but a large portion of the comic is silhouettes of our two main characters, or at least just her, and then some background scenery.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of dialogue. So there really wasn't even art. Really.
Yeah.
It was drawing the shape of a person and coloring it black.
Uh-huh.
And that was it.
I guess, I don't know. I didn't have a problem with
The
that.
story was really fun.
Yeah.
And then that makes it fun. That makes it a good read and whatnot. But, I mean, the art wasn't... I found that frustrating.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems with this. I kind of want to kick Kate in the face, though, for not immediately realizing it's Madame Mask. I mean, come on, her mask is shaped exactly like her face.
She knew who it was.
Well, yeah, but it took her a while. I mean, as soon as she walks up, her
it's
face...
the smoking thing,
you know,
yeah.
at first I thought,
Right.
you know, because I didn't realize that Madame Mask actually ever took off her mask. I didn't realize that. So at first I thought she had her people or whatever done makeup over her mask, so it made it look like her face.
Right.
So I was like... Really, Kate? I mean, obviously that's not what she was doing. I'm glad that she did realize it immediately. That she figures out that it's her.
Right, with the whole smoking. She makes the smoking comment. Because, of course, that was a pretty brutal comment she makes.
Yeah, that was
way back in those
awesome.
issues.
That
where
was
she talks about the fact,
great.
I hate smoking so much, but I am going to smoke a pack of cigarettes and I'm going to grind out every single cigarette on your face like an ashtray.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they do put that scene in the very back of this to remind you that that's there. But so, what would we give Hawkeye?
I'd give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 4 too. If it would have had like Ajan art and whatnot, it would have gotten a 5.
5. Mm-hmm.
All right. So what are we talking about next?
Next up we have Justice League Dark, issue 22.
This is the third part of the Trinity War.
Yep.
And of course, we get to see the artist for Justice League Dark do all the characters basically, which is awesome because I love his art. I mean, I think most everybody out there who's reading this comic loves his art. I mean, that's one of the big things about this. I really enjoyed this issue. Last issue, it felt like, not last issue, but last Trinity War thing, felt like it was a little too much of just Wonder Woman running around going, this is what you do. Yeah. Here, the teams get divided up. We draw the lines, which I think was awesome. I love the fact that it's like, Wonder Woman goes, okay, are you guys with me or against me? Basically, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to go and do this. And people are like, well, it's like, well, Frank, who are you going with? Well, I'm going with her. I mean, she's a righteous warrior of good.
Yeah.
It's like, well, what about you, Zatanna? It's like, well, I'm going with her. And I love, like, Black Orchid. It's like, well, because Black Orchid's a government agent. She's like, well, I'm not a government agent anymore. And come on, it's Wonder Woman. I'm going.
I was like, oh, yeah.
That's who I'm going with, too.
I mean, I don't think I would.
I don't want to go against Batman. Trust me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right now, I wouldn't want to get in Wonder Woman's face. I rather forwardly like Wonder Woman think I'm okay. And
like, you know what? I create third party. Let's just stand back and let all the powerhouses do it.
Let's go eat a cheeseburger and hope it all works itself out. So you're Constantine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I may have to go and get the Constantine book because in the Constantine book this week is what happens between Constantine and Shazam because they walk off together.
Yeah.
Basically, Constantine, my understanding from the storyline is Constantine wants Shazam's power because he doesn't want anybody else to take it. So he's a bit concerned, so he kind of steals it from him.
He actually gets the power?
Well, I seen a picture. I don't know 100% for sure. Maybe somebody out there in YouTube land will let us know if I don't get the book. I've seen a picture in Page of Shazam on the ground going and Constantine going and catching the lightning bolt. So. And I'm assuming it wasn't a killer lightning bolt. Yeah. Well, pretty awesome.
That's bad news.
But I'm really enjoying the Trinity War. I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Get 3 more issues of it. I'm pretty amped for it. What'd you think?
I liked it. Seeing the sides and the art was awesome. I love the way he draws Batman because Batman's already dark. So then to see him and his actual darker art style, seeing the entire Justice League, who in the Justice League are these bright, happy people,
right?
As these like kind of Dark People that was cool. Wonder Woman looks like such a badass, even though I absolutely deplore her characterization. I'm like,
In this?
yes. Well,
No, I don't mind it.
less than this one. More so than the Justice League, but just in general, the Justice League, because that's what this is. The Justice League Wonder Woman, I don't like her that much.
In comparison to her own title. Right,
yeah.
right. I don't mind her in this, though. She's kicking ass, taking charge in this. I thought it was really funny when she comes to Constantine and them. It's like, okay, you guys are Justice League Dark People. Constantine starts to get kind of lippy with her. She picks him up by the collar and is like, you little punk. I'm going to knock you to the moon kind of a thing, basically. Yeah. It's like, you better rethink that. But anyway, I really enjoyed the book. I would give it a 4.
I give it a 3.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue 22.
Let's see here. I have 3 things to say about this book. This whole arc is kind of dumb. Roy's really an idiot. Starfire's an idiot. Oh, that's already 3. So, like, 5, I guess. I don't mind the art, but sometimes it bothers me. I give it a 3.
For me, the issue comes down to, most of the issue is blah, 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 Lazarus Pit, blah, 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 blah. League of Assassins is actually maybe a good thing, blah, 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 blah. I can't remember anything. How am I supposed to fight it all? Blah.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing in this that was interesting to me is the fact is we confirm how, because we don't know how this New 52 Jason Todd came back to life. It's been confirmed. He was thrown in a Lazarus Pit and Lazarus Pit brought him back. Right. So that's marginally interesting. This whole, these two unnameable groups that are fighting over good and evil, yada yada. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know how much longer I'm sticking with this book.
Yep.
There's some cool things in it. Those cool nuggets are kind of, I'm lost. They're not really there. And
yeah, I told our disembodied voice that you were probably going to drop it.
Yeah, this is my voice. I'm probably gonna drop it. Chances are pretty good. I kind of want to get through this arc to see what happens afterward. But hell, there's like 3 or 4 more issues before this thing's done.
Yeah.
I'm like 3 issues from now in the solicitations. It says Arsenal is attacking the League of Assassins. He's standing outside the door in this issue. How can we go that many more issues before he actually attacks something?
Oh, dang.
So, yeah, like, anyway, you gave it a 3. I give it a very pedestrian 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what are we talking about? Last book.
Oh, God. Okay, last up, we have Young Avengers, issue 8.
This is an awesome book.
Yes, it is. Gosh, this book is so good.
The book is just so much fun.
Yeah.
It's just a hoot. It's just a kind of a...
This is my new Batgirl. This book is. It's my new Batgirl.
Kind of the old Batgirl, right?
Yes, the Stephanie Brown, Batgirl.
Yeah, just a really charming book. This book just has a lot of charm to it. A lot of, you laugh. I mean, I find myself literally laughing when I read the book. It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, it's got some serious things going on in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's gonna be some relationship issues coming up pretty soon. They've kind of been lingering anyway, because Teddy, right? It's Teddy. Teddy has been kind of worried that...
Well, he's not sure if Khan is editing Universe without even realizing it to make him fall in love with him.
Right, so... other things happen.
And we know that Wakan is fully capable of editing the universe.
Right, because he's done it. That's why they're in the screwed up place they're in now.
Yeah, exactly.
I just love all the other characterizations in this. I love Miss America. She's a riot, her kicking these holes into these dimensions and they go to different places and whatnot. There's some absolutely hilarious things in there, like the S&M dressed chicks with they pull off their masks.
My God,
and their heads,
right?
Their heads are singularities.
Are we beautiful? And he's like, and they pull their heads off their singularities. Like,
pull their hats off.
That's creepy, right? And their freaking creepy tentacle mouth comes out. It's just like, done. We're done here.
Yeah, it's this blue cloud. And pops out of the blue cloud as a tentacle with a mouth on the end of it with fangs.
Aren't we beautiful?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. You said we were beautiful. You changed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, yeah. I also love Kid Loki telling Miss America, you can't punch them. They're singularities. Punch.
And she punches one anyway. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. That was awesome. Like I said, I really love that character. There's just a lot of funny lines as they hop through a few dimensions here. See some stuff that maybe they don't want to see. Run really fast and stuff. But, really, really excited by the book. Yep. I give it a 4.5.
I think I'd give it a strong 4, week 5.
Yep. Awesome. That's our week.
Yep.
And our books are still coming on time, so we should be
Yeah.
back sooner rather than later to do the next review.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.